damit willkommen zum Adventskalender 2019. Dieser Adventskalender wird, so ist der Plan, aus sehr vielen Adventuren bestehen, die ich, wenn Interesse besteht, dann im kommenden Jahr spielen werde. Ich habe schon einiges rausgesucht und ich würde jetzt am 1. Dezember anfangen mit Tales, ein Pixel-Point-and-Click-Adventure, was ich auch eine Weile schon im Plan habe. Wir werden mal ein neues Spiel anfangen und mal schauen, wie es sich so verhält. Märchen erzählen Kindern nicht, dass Drachen existieren, denn das wissen Kinder schon. Märchen erzählen den Kindern, dass Drachen besiegt werden können. Das ist schön. Von Chesterton. Bibliothek, gut ausgestattet und ein Weltreihe. Oh, das jetzt. Eine Truhe. Und Graf Dracula.
The Guardian is dying.
Genau.
Soon we will be free again.
Wir werden bald wieder frei sein. Wir. Der Wächter, Bibliothekar ist der Wächter. Okay. Und er ist Herzinfarkt. Oh, oh. Es wird da befreit werden. Tales. Passenderweise auch mit einem Buch abgebildet. Achso, ist ein spanisches Spiel. Wenn ich es richtig in Erinnerung hatte. Eine Stelle ist frei geworden für Bibliothekar.
Which brings us to the library, Mr. What did you say your name was again?
Alfred. Alfred Walsh.
Right. Well, Mr. Walsh, this is the library.
It looks quite ancient.
Indeed it is. The entire building is very old. I believe it dates back to the 15th century. It used to be owned by a noble family up until the beginning of the 20th century. Then, when the last descendant died, the property was donated to the community, as ordered in his last will and testament.
Thank you for the explanation, but I still haven't quite figured out what my job here entails.
Your job consists of overseeing the library all day long, and taking care of the books.
What do you mean by taking care of the books?
I mean dusting them off, keeping them in order, or whatever. I can't tell you what taking care of the books entails. You should be telling me. Weren't you supposed to be an experienced librarian?
Oh, sure. I know exactly what to do. That goes without saying.
You'd better be telling the truth, because you're on a 1-month trial. Mess things up, and not only will you lose your job, but you will bitterly regret it.
Yeah, I got it. Don't worry, man.
Fine. You'll come here every day at 8 a.m. and you'll stay here until 6 p.m. You must never step out of this room for any reason. I'm the custodian of the rest of the building, and you could never leave this room without me noticing.
Are you telling me I can't even go to the toilet?
Of course you can, but only for the minimal necessary time. And you must always lock the library door behind you when you do so.
If this isn't a public library, then why do you need a full-time librarian?
I don't know. I'm just abiding by the rules laid down in the will. The library was donated to the community with a strict clause that there would always be a librarian present during the daytime.
What happened to the old librarian?
He passed away. We found his body right here in this room.
Good grief. What did he die from?
Heart failure. Well, I guess that's all. I'd better return to my duties. I wish you good fortune with your work.
Awesome. Not a bad salary for doing basically nothing. I've always wanted a job like this. I might get a little bored now and then, but I can handle that.
Okay, da sind wir in Tales drin. Also, wir sollen Linksklick zum Gehen, Gegenstand interagieren, Rechtsklick Gegenstand zu untersuchen. Inventar ist nicht am Bildschirmrand, Linksklick Inventargegenstand. Okay, also die Standardsachen. Ja, also okay. Ja, okay, da wird schnell gehen. Ah, hier verraten sie was. Schnell in ein Buch wird. Gehen wir schnell drüber. Es ist interessant, oder? Also irgendwie ist diese Bibliothek sehr wichtig, sodass einer aufpassen soll, auch wenn nicht genau steht, was er eigentlich tun soll. Ich meine, er kann jetzt den ganzen Tag lesen, entstauben. Und nur kurz rausgehen, immer verschließen, als wäre hier irgendwas Wichtiges drin oder soll keiner rankommen. Und das ist sehr streng. Warum sie da natürlich einen dran setzen für einen Monat Probe, den sie gar nicht kennen, ist jetzt mal dahingestellt. Aber wir schauen mal, was haben wir denn hier? Ein Globus.
A dusty old globe.
Das
A
meinst du
dusty
nicht?
old...
Okay.
I'd better just leave it as it is.
Okay. Wir gehen nicht raus, wir haben ja schon gehört, das wäre nicht so das Feine.
Old quill pens. I can't believe there are still people around that use them. I have no reason to do that at the moment.
Tja, manchmal nutzt das vielleicht noch.
An old oil lamp is spreading light over the desk. I'd better leave...
Okay, er will hier nichts nehmen. Hier ist eine
A
Notiz.
note is resting on the desk.
Und dann versuchen wir uns die mal anzusehen. Was? Ein Windstoß und Sog und...
Damn it! The note blew away. I wonder what it said.
Das wäre interessant. So, der Stuhl ist...
I don't need to sit down right now. An old wooden chair. It looks heavy.
Okay, sieht schwer aus. Das ist ein guter Hinweis. Was ist das für ein komisches Pulsieren?
That's weird. I'd swear that old trunk just moved a little. And it looks like some kind of strange powder came out from it. I hope it's not some weird paper-eating parasite. That would be the worst way to start my job as a librarian.
Genau. Ich habe den ganzen Tag aufgepasst, wie die Bücher zerfressen wurden. Und tschüss, nach der Probezeit. Das Fenster.
I can see all the roofs of the city from here. I wonder where the note is. I can't see it anywhere.
Ich kann das Fenster verschließen.
I can see all the...
Okay, er sagt nichts.
An old trunk. I don't know why, but I find it a bit disturbing.
Ja, warum ist hier so eine dicke Truhe überhaupt?
It won't open. It must be locked.
Okay, müssen wir uns Gedanken machen. Können wir den Bildschirm hier nach vorne kommen lassen? Nein. Okay, wir haben hier noch einen Katalog.
The library catalogue, presumably containing an alphabetical list of all the books in the library. I don't need to look up any books right now.
Jetzt noch nicht. Was haben wir hier? Eine Kiste.
A small wooden chest. It won't open. It's locked.
Okay, auch verschlossen. Dann gehen wir mal die Treppe erstmal hoch. Wir haben ja schon gesehen, da ist irgendwas in unserem Inventar. Sieht aus wie ein Taschenmesser. Vielleicht können wir das nutzen, um irgendwas aufzumachen. Können Sie mal gucken. Mein unzertrennlicher Gefährte, mein Schweizer Armeemesser. Zusammen haben wir viele Abenteuer erlebt. Okay. Hier oben ist... Nein, noch nicht Treppe. Ist hier sonst noch was? Was wir Wind hören hier? Was ringsrum kommt? Nichts. Okay. Dann würde ich vorschlagen, da wir nichts Besseres wissen, nehmen wir mal das Messer. Kriegen wir die Kiste auf? Sieht ja zumindest klein
That's
aus.
it. Piece of cake. There's a small key inside the chest.
Erster Tag und wir brechen schon was auf. Ein kleiner Schlüssel aus Messing. Den nehmen wir bestimmt, um die Truhe zu öffnen.
There's a black book inside. It looks rather strange. A strange black book.
Dann lass uns mal nehmen. Damit irgendwas Schlimmes
This
anfangen.
book looks quite eerie. I can't wait to find out what's written in it. That's weird. There are no words printed inside. The pages are blank.
Ups. Oh.
What the hell?
Hell? This has nothing to do with hell. We are much worse than that.
We? You've got to be kidding me.
We're not kidding, silly human. We have never been so serious. You must be the new guardian. We've been waiting eons for one so easily fooled.
I'm not a guardian. I prefer the term librarian. It's more professional.
As you wish, librarian. Enough talk. Thank you for setting us free. Farewell.
Where did he go?
Die Bücher sind befallen.
He's gone. What is this? Some sort of magic trick? Oh, damn it. What am I supposed to do now? Play hide and seek with that weirdo? Why is this happening on my very first day on the job? That's the note that blew away. I guess that's what they mean by a series of unfortunate events.
Okay, und schon haben wir die Notiz
The
wieder.
note that blew away earlier. Incredibly, it has blown back in through the same window on another gust of wind.
Überhaupt nicht seltsam.
It says, "To whomever is going to take my place at the library, be careful. No matter what happens, you should never open the old trunk near the window. To whomever is going to take my place at the library, be careful. No matter what happens, you should never open the old trunk near the window." I sense the black book still contains its dark power, which will try to hide this note from you with all its might. If you find yourself reading this note after opening the book, there's no time to waste. You must look up the book, King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table, and read it right away. Merlin will tell you what to do. I wish I could tell you more, but I feel my time is almost at an end. Merlin will tell me what to do. There's something very strange going on here. This must be one of those hidden camera shows.
Okay, man könnte sagen, er hätte die Notiz besser irgendwo befestigen sollen, der Wächter, aber er starb halt beim Versuch, das aufzuschreiben. Auch sollte nicht irgendwo eine Gebrauchsanweisung dastehen? Ich meine, wenn es sowieso nicht öffentlich ist, dann kann man auch öffentlich ausschreiben, zumindest der Person, die es macht, ausschreiben, macht das und das nicht. Regeln irgendwo, laminiert, überall dran. Okay. Wir sollen Merlin suchen. Die Frage ist, sollen wir gleich die geschwärzten Bücher gehen?
That's weird. Those books have just turned black. I hope it's not some weird paper-eating parasite.
Ich meine, diese Parasit.
I'd rather not touch them. I don't know what that strange blackness could be.
Dann gucken wir uns den
The
Katalog
library
an.
catalogue.
Wir müssen ja König Arthur finden. Hier. Ich würde trotzdem mal gerne den Katalog mal durchschauen, weil einfach nur Interesse habe, was haben wir denn da alles Schönes? Da haben die drei Fuxi, Nuva und Shenong. Alles im Wunderland. Cthulhus Ruf. Moment, ganz kurz mal so. Ist ja wirklich viel. Der Regenbogenschlange, die. Lasst uns doch, bevor wir das eigentlich anschauen, das Buch auch mal ein anderes nehmen. Guck mal, die drei Musketiere. Ah, schade. Okay. So, hier haben wir das Buch.
A book titled King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table.
Dann schauen wir mal, was hier passiert.
Hey, what's going on? This is impossible. I've never had any serious cranial trauma. Well, I did fall out of that tree right on my head once as a child, but I doubt that could have caused me any permanent brain damage. Where am I? What kind of place is this? Hey, where's my Swiss Army knife?
Merlin?
Your knife is where it usually is. In your pocket back in the real world. I guess that's what you'd call it. What lies before your eyes is just as real. You'll figure it out soon enough.
Excuse me? What am I supposed to figure out?
Ah, you must be the new guardian. How do you do?
Pleased to meet you. My name is Alfred. I'm the new librarian, and I don't know why everyone's calling me Guardian today. Where am I? How did I get here? And who are you? I fear I know the answer, but saying it out loud would make me seriously question my own sanity.
My name is Merlin. Welcome to my humble abode.
There we go, just as I feared. Completely demented.
Oh, do not worry. You are not insane. You new generation Guardians all react the same way. So, what brings you here, Alfred?
I really don't know where to start. It all sounds crazy. Here's the thing. I opened a trunk and leafed through a strange black book, and then suddenly a blue-faced man appeared. He looked very frightening.
Oblivion! Curse his very name. So the demon has broken free yet again. I'm afraid you've made a pretty big mess of this, lad. No Guardian has been this unwary in centuries.
The librarian who came before me did leave a note, but
You didn't get to read it in time. I should have seen this coming. The demon has been growing more and more powerful over the years.
oh, come on, Mr. Merlin the Wizard. Couldn't you just please tell me what's going on?
You're right, Alfred. I'd better start from the beginning. The history of humankind has always been bound to its tales, right from its very first breath. It all began with men and women simply telling each other how they spent their days, describing everything they had been through, and drawing the things they had seen. Then came the first myths, along with their heroes and heroines. Tales started getting more and more complex, and began to bear deeper and deeper meanings. What humankind has developed into, everything we are now, has been built on those very tales. Our entire culture depends on them as its foundation. Without those tales, we'd be lost forever. If each generation had not passed those stories down onto the next, all the way up until the time when they could be recorded in writing, we'd be beasts, just like any other now. However, there were not only the good civilization-building tales in this world. Way back in the mists of time, no one knows when or why, someone told a nefarious story. The story of Oblivion. Oblivion is a demon who has the power to destroy all the legends, the myths, and the stories of humankind for good. He's real, just like any other character from a story. He lives, and now that he is free again, he must be stopped before he devours all of our tales. Oblivion has already been defeated once. It was millennia ago. He was defeated by Gilgamesh, the legendary king of Uruk. It's no coincidence that the Epic of Gilgamesh is the oldest story humankind remembers. The tales told before were all destroyed by Oblivion. Once defeated, the demon was banished into a black book by an ancient spell. The library you've just become guardian of is unlike any other. The books on its shelves are alive. They hold and protect the essence of all the tales and legends told by humankind. The Black Book of Oblivion, which is stored there as well, cannot be destroyed by anyone but Oblivion himself, the Tale Wrecker. The Guardian is there to preserve those tales and to prevent Oblivion from breaking free again.
So I've caused an irreparable disaster.
Nothing quite so catastrophic. Oblivion has escaped many times before, but luckily the Guardian has always been able to find a way to defeat him and to banish him to the Black Book once again.
Listen, Mr. Merlin the Wizard, I don't think I'm the right person for the job. I stumbled upon the Help Wanted ad by accident, and I just thought it would be an easy job. Had I known what it was really about, I never would have taken it.
This is as it has always been. The Guardians have always become so by chance. They are chosen by fate itself. And, even in your case, I'm sure it has made the right choice.
Can't you take matters into your own hands? Aren't you a wizard or something?
I cannot. I exist only here in my book. I'm merely a character, bound to my story, but you can read each story and move freely from book to book until you find and destroy Oblivion.
But how can I defeat him?
You'll have to ask for the help of the one who's already stopped him once, Gilgamesh. Read his tale, look for him, and persuade him to fight against Oblivion once more. Hurry now, waste no time. Oblivion is already on the move. The books he destroys gradually turn black and then fade away. You must save our tales!
As much as I'd like to hurry up, I don't know how to get out of here.
Oh, you're right. Now, how careless of me. Pick up that bell resting on the table. Ring it whenever you want to leave a book, including this one. And please, do not hesitate to come back here to me whenever you have difficulties. I might be able to give you precious pieces of advice. Go now. Hurry. Ring the bell.
Als Bibliothekar eine Glocke.
This is insane. No one's going to believe me. In fact, I can hardly believe it myself. All I was looking for was a cushy job. And look what a mess I found myself in.
Aber wenn die Geschichten nur hier in der Bibliothek gelöscht werden, warum soll das überall dann gelöscht werden? Aber es ist eine nette Idee mit Geschichten bis zu einem gewissen Datum sind halt bekannt, weil davor alles von Oblivion zerstört wurde. Ist nett. Lass uns da wenigstens noch ganz schnell zu Gilgamesh gehen. Katalog hier.
The library catalog.
Unter G vielleicht. So, die Glocke ist da noch. Okay, die Glocke habe ich gerade nicht irgendwie drin. Wir gehen zu diesem Epos.
This must be the ancient city of Uruk.
Wir springen auch historisch hier wirklich hin und her. Ein
A
Verkäufer.
merchant dressed in the latest Sumerian fashion and sporting the traditional Sumerian beard.
Sumererbart. Diese länglichen.
I'm looking for Gilgamesh. Do you know where I could find him?
You mean Gilgamesh, the mighty king? Why are you looking for him?
I desperately need his help. It's a matter of life and death.
It won't be easy getting in to see him. It seems he's locked himself up in his palace, refusing to mingle with his people. Long ago, the mighty Gilgamesh used to spend his days traveling across the world, seeking out great adventures when he wasn't busy ruling his own kingdom. He used to give anyone the right to a hearing when he was present in the city. But recently, things have changed. Since the gods took his only friend Enkidu from him, rumor has it that he's been sinking into depression.
It's been great.
See?
Warum verstehen wir die Sprache hier? Und die wichtige Frage vor allem schon ist, wie weit dürfen die denn leben? Dürfen die da große Abenteuer haben in dem Buch? Auch weiterziehen, sodass die vielleicht in anderen Geschichten irgendwo ankommen? Auf jeden Fall, ich würde sagen, wir stoppen hier. Komme ich hier dran vorbei? Chateau?
Hey, where are you going?
I'd like to enter the city.
No way. Foreigners cannot pass through the gates of the holy city of Uruk.
Why on earth not?
Because that's what the law says.
Damn it.
Dafür, dass wir so komisch angezogen sind. Okay, ich würde sagen, damit beende ich erstmal die Aufnahme. Wenn es euch gefallen hat und wir durch die ganzen Bücher springen werden, ich kann mir vorstellen, es kann recht witzig werden. auffallen, welche Bücher wir alle besuchen. Wir haben ja eine große Auswahl, zumindest in dem Katalog gesehen. Kann das ein witziges Abenteuer werden. Und wenn ihr Interesse daran habt, liked das Video, schreibt ruhig einen Kommentar und ich werde dieses Spiel nächstes Jahr mal durchspielen. Auf jeden Fall, ich hoffe, es hat euch Spaß gemacht und ich wünsche euch noch einen schönen 1. Dezember. Bis demnächst, euer Elandirthor. Tschüss.